Hello friends, thank you so much for clicking on this video. I really hope that you'll consider subscribing to my channel if you're enjoying the instruction that I'm giving you. So today we're going to be talking about bow shakes, bow bounces, whatever you want to call them. Literally every violinist ever has dealt with this, okay? And I found that there's really three main causes, and I'm going to share those with you and what you can do to fix them. So cause number one, you are squeezing with your right hand. I know I always preach, and probably every other violinist you see always encourages you to relax, to be soft with your bow hand, and this is why. If you are squeezing, you're not allowing the bow to sink into the string properly. And our bows are made to bounce. The hair is not being applied into the string properly, then the bow is just going to naturally bounce, okay? So that is why being very flexible and soft with your right hand is so important. It will really help eliminate the bow shakes. The second reason is that your bow hair is too tight. So you always want the stick to be curving downward like this. So do you see how my bow has kind of a downwards curve to it? You never want the stick to be straight or curved the other way. That's too tight and it's just going to bounce even more. You want to be able to basically put a pencil or your finger right in between the smallest part. A lot of students over tighten their bow, okay? So this is what your bow should look like. And the third reason is you need to develop your bow control. So you haven't quite got the hang of how to use and manipulate your bow, which causes it to bounce. Because again, the bow naturally wants to bounce, and the way you use it has to kind of stop that from happening. So here's my best exercise for helping with bow control. What you're gonna do is put your metronome on at 40, or the slowest it can go. Mine is 40, maybe yours is 30. And you're going to just play in open strings, and you are going to see how many clicks you can get in one bow. Don't worry too much about the sound. You definitely still want there to be some sound, but that's not what we're working on here. We're working on bow control. There was a famous violinist, I can't remember exactly who, that could literally hold his bow for 5 minutes in one direction. That's crazy. That's an insane amount of bow control, and I bet he didn't really have problems with bow shakes anymore. Special bonus tip, if you are in a pinch, say you're in a performance or a lesson or something, and your bow starts shaking or bouncing, tilt the stick away from you so that you're barely playing on any hair, and that will really help with the shakes. So tilt it like this. I find that the shakes usually happen for me in like the lower to middle part of the bow, because that's where I am the most uncomfortable. So if your shakes are happening there in the lower part of your bow, try to feel more weight in your pinky as well. And if they're happening more in the upper part of your bow, try to feel more weight in your index finger. Bow shakes are nothing to be ashamed about. They happen to literally everyone, myself included, and it's kind of just a part of being a violinist. I also want to mention that the shakes are usually so much more apparent to you. They are so apparent in your ear, but I bet you like 8 times out of 10, if you went into the audience, or even if you were just a few feet away, you wouldn't be able to hear them. A lot of my students are like, oh, I was so shaky, and I'm like, I didn't even hear it, you know? So a lot of it is in your head. Don't try to prevent them from happening either. When you find that you're shaking, don't think, oh no, I'm shaking, because it's gonna make it worse. Just kind of see it, accept it, allow your bow to shake, and kind of put your mind onto something else. So think about the music, think about what your fingers are doing, things like that. So I hope this was helpful. If it was, please don't forget to subscribe to the channel, and I will see you guys in the next video.